What's up, everybody? I'm here, episode one. I got my boy Creed Whittemore with me. Creed, man, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited to chat with you, man.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I appreciate being on the show. This is gonna be a heck of a show. You got a great host here with Avery, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Hey, Creed, you early enrolled at state this past winter. You got there in
Yeah,
January. Talk a little bit about spring ball and not just the practices and things like that, but talk about being able to get there and kind of make friends with some guys and kind of have
yeah,
your foot in the door with some of the boys before you even
yeah. Well, I think first off, just the ability to early enroll is something that I think people around the country can take advantage of. I think for me personally, it was the best thing I could have done. And I think talking to other guys that I know, or just even guys on our team, they would not have done it any other way. And I think just college football giving us that opportunity to boom, come in, um, get a shot at just making a name for yourself in spring is something that take a guy that comes in the summer. He's already behind on plays. We got a new offense, so you can't really maybe the coaches have, met with them in the fall or tried to, give them some of the playbook. Boom, that's gone. So, they know, zero about our playbook.
Mhm.
Um, and with a new coaching staff, that's, never a good thing to come in just knowing nothing. Um, so I think just the guys that came in with me early, you know, we've just kind of realized that's the best thing that could have happened to us. Because spring ball was awesome. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, my bad, guys. Um, where'd y'all where'd I finish at?
Just talking about some of the guys and stuff like that.
Yeah. It gives you an opportunity to make friends with older guys. Like take me, I'm living with our starting quarterback, for instance. And that's just a great connection. I mean, he's our starting quarterback. Who else would you want to be living with?
Hmm.
Um, so I think the main thing about the spring and coming out of high school was early enrolling. I think it just gave me so many opportunities that I would not have coming into because guys that come in the summer, um, they're in a whole separate lifting group. So I mean, we're throwing 7-on-7 after our lifts, and those guys don't even get to be a part of that
Hmm.
just because of their schedules. I mean, they got freshman classes, um, and you know that I don't know. I mean, that's just not a situation I would want to be in because I'm trying to get on the field as soon as possible, and it just puts you in such a hard spot. We're gonna have some kids in that summer class that are gonna probably get on the field just because they're just really talented. But for a guy like me that coming in, I knew I had a couple of guys in front of me at slot. Um, I think I just needed to get here and get situated, and I think it was awesome coming early.
Yeah, for sure. And Creed, I gotta ask one thing real quick. You decided to go with the state hat. I'm surprised you didn't go no hat because I know how much you like your hair, and I know you got to give it a little fluff up every once in a while.
Yeah, I gotta fluff it up. I had the mullet there for a while. Um, that was kind of my thing during the fall, but it got a little hot. It's so hot here. Um, but yeah, I had to trim it up. Got the back trimmed up, so yeah, that the hat's nice. I mess
Yeah,
with the hat,
yeah, I
so
like the hat. The hat looks good. The hat looks good. But
appreciate
I just knew how much you love looking at yourself in the mirror.
it.
So
I know, I
I
know,
know the
I
hair's
know,
part
I
of that.
know.
Hey, Creed, man, you graduated from Buchholz this past spring, obviously early
Yeah,
enrolled.
yep.
You had a couple really good teammates and friends back at
Hmm.
Buchholz.
Hmm.
Kelly, Gavin, those are just a couple of
Hmm.
the many, but talk about, how, Kelly, for instance, pushed you because he's playing at
Yeah,
Delaware, how Gavin maybe pushed you. You guys kind of go way
yeah,
back all the way in the middle school. Talk a little bit
yep,
about those guys and just, where they're at and that relationship
yeah,
and how that's kind of made you the player you are.
yeah. I think playing on a good high school team with talented players. I talk to, you know, all my friends. I got a friend that's at FSU now playing safety, and obviously Kelly and Gavin and Jaron, who's at Alabama.
Mhm.
It just creates competition, within the team. So, coming to the college level, obviously it's going to be harder and more strict than high school, but you feel like you had a good just baseline, for work ethic and getting coached, getting yelled at. You feel like you've already have a good realization of what it's going to be like. But yeah, for a guy like Kelly, he played corner and slot for us, and like you said, he's at Delaware, and he had a great spring himself. He's backing up a senior. He's kind of in the same situation as me. He's backing up a 6-year guy, so they really like him and stuff. But yeah, going back to high school, he I can just remember we had Alabama come to a practice one day, and we were just going at it all day, just because they wanted to see good on good, and he was the best corner we had. So I can just remember it was a spring practice. It was like mid-May, and we had just come off track season, so we were both the fastest we were going to be
Mhm.
during the year, and we were flying around, just making plays, both of us, and it's just awesome to see your teammates and guys you grew up with go play college football and succeed in their sport. And yeah, it's awesome just seeing guys that are going around the country, and you're gonna watch them on Saturdays, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Jaron too. That's a guy that I didn't mention. But
Yeah,
you had Jaron and Kelly. A lot of guys or fans may not know that you did play quarterback in high school.
yeah.
Obviously, which brings up the question: who's the best quarterback in the family? We know Trent did it a little
Mm,
bit. We know Luke did it a little bit
hmm.
in JV.
Yeah,
Obviously, you had a couple of good years, and I mean, come
yeah.
on, man. You're
I mean,
talking.
we're talking to a pretty good one. Yeah, I mean, if y'all don't know, your host of this show was a solid quarterback himself, leading his team to many victories. Um, but yeah, talking about quarterback, um, that's another thing that's helped coming to college a lot. Because as a quarterback, obviously, you got to be in charge of the game, and it grows you up a little bit because even at practice, you're telling people where to go, and obviously with the playbook. Um, as a quarterback in high school, you got to know all the plays because you probably got a receiver over there who doesn't know what he's doing, and you got to tell him what to run on a certain play. So you got to be locked in. And then, transferring that to college, uh, it just kind of comes to you easy because,
Yeah.
obviously, you got a big playbook in college, but, the quicker you can learn it and rep it, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, so everybody obviously knows you're at state. Trent hopped in the portal last year.
yeah,
He goes to UCF.
yeah,
Obviously, your oldest brother Luke, he played at Troy.
uh,
Your dad
yeah,
played a little football, a little baseball at UCF. Your mom's an all-time great at the University of Florida at volleyball.
yeah.
I mean, you couldn't disappoint, right? You had to. It was D1 or bust, yeah.
I mean, I guess. Um, I tried to never think like that, but
Mhm.
it was always in the back of my mind.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, it was. I try to not think about it as pressure, but just something you had to. Um, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Just something that our family just to
you
go
got.
out there and play sports.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You
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 hear
cut
me?
out, but you're good. You're good. You're good. You came back in.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
but
Sweet.
yeah, I mean it's a family thing. It goes through the blood in the Whittemore family. Obviously,
Yeah, for
your
sure.
little brother Andrew, he's he's
Yeah.
he's down there spinning it, and he's doing a really good job doing that. Not only is he
Yeah.
spinning it though, he's tearing it
Yeah.
up on the links too.
He's dialed. He shot a 74 in Alabama this past weekend. I got to go meet him and my dad for a little golf.
Hmm.
One of our long weekends, and he's so dialed. I didn't play great, but he played good, so I was just watching him mostly. But yeah, yeah, he's doing it on the golf course for sure.
Oh yeah, and for those that don't know Creed on a personal level, he's one of those guys that I mean, you give him anything, he's gonna be good at it. You watch him on a tube, he's over there barrel rolling on a tube, staying on. He's gonna shoot, low 80s on the golf course. He's gonna be all right at ping pong. I mean, his big cousin beat up on him a little bit when he was younger, but man,
Well,
Creed's
a few
Creed's
broken paddles.
you broken paddles too. It gets competitive now. We're not letting each other win. It's
It
gonna be
does.
a fight, a
It
little
does.
trash talk here and there, a little friendly fires. It
A little
brings us
bit.
closer.
It does.
Hey,
It
that's
does.
enough about football, man. I mean, everybody knows what you are or what you're going to be as a football player. Maybe not everybody, maybe not a household name quite yet, but that's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Because that's how talented you are. That's I think really highly of you.
Appreciate that.
I mean, I guess I'm your family. I'm supposed to, but you know, I'm excited for this fall. I'm excited to see what you do on the gridiron. But I mean,
Yeah.
the reason for this podcast was not really to talk all
Yep.
football, not all to talk all sports, man. We
Yep.
want to get to know you a little bit better. So,
Yeah.
uh, a little quick scroll through the Instagram. We see you hunting a little bit, and
Yep.
seems like that Mississippi culture kind of fits right in.
Yep.
Talk about where your love for hunting came from.
Honestly, I don't know. I've thought about that a couple of times. I think it was always something that I was able to do by myself when I was younger. If that's just, we had a creek in our backyard. If that's just going down there by myself for, an hour or two trying to shoot, a squirrel or some little varmint. But yeah, I've thought about that. I don't honestly know. But uh, I do enjoy it. It's a passion of mine. Um, that was I don't want to say that was a reason I came here. Um, well, yeah, it was. It was. It probably was a reason I came here. Just because I've seen different locker rooms around the country, and um, I've seen different lifestyles players have, and like you said, college isn't all about football. Being a collegiate athlete, it's not all about your sport. You got to have something to do outside of it, or else you're not going to be happy. Um, you're not going to enjoy football as much because that's all you're going to think about, and that's all you're going to be worried about if you don't have something else you do. If that's just um, golf, or if that's I know some guys on our team have a passion for podcasts and social media platforms, and you have to have something that you do other than your sport, or
Mhm.
else you're just not going to be happy. And for me, that's hunting. And luckily, a bunch of the guys on our team do it. My roommate and I, he just went to get a new rifle, and I got some new hunting clothes this afternoon. So it's something to wear. For me, it's a getaway just from the hustle and bustle of a college campus, or just getting away from just the intensity that uh, stepping into the complex, the athletic complex gives you. Just kind of relaxing, and I go out there and pray, or read my Bible, and just have some time to myself. Sometimes I don't even bring a gun or want to hunt for anything. Just kind of go out in the woods and just chill and have some chill time. So that's kind of where it comes from. I think it's important for college athletes to have something like that,
Mhm.
to be able to get away, since it's so stressful. Uh, you know, Performing on Saturdays, and day in and day out of practice. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And I like how you mentioned, going out and pray and reading your Bible because obviously,
yeah,
for those who don't know, that's a big part of you. You're really big in
yeah,
your faith.
yeah,
Um, obviously your household, you guys grew up in it.
yeah,
And really you guys have two really good people to look up to, and your mom and dad. who
Yeah.
really lead you guys, and just kind
Yeah.
of, talk a little bit about how that kind of uh relationship, not only with God but with your family, who
Mhm.
has really kind of led you into the right path and into the right faith.
Yeah. Well, yeah, speaking of family, I look up to my older brothers
Hmm.
and cousins a lot, and they they've guided my path along with God. Uh, they've kind of they've taught me everything, and including sports and anything outside of sports. Um, so yeah, I look up to them and my parents a lot, and growing up, we focused on our faith more than we did sports, and that I think that allows us to be more free on the field. Just having the understanding that if you don't catch this football, or if you don't you know have 100 receiving yards versus Alabama, the Lord's still gonna love you, and that's your purpose in life, is to be a servant, and just reach the people that you're around, including your teammates and coaches. And for me, I'm in the perfect situation. I got people around me every day.
Hmm.
I can't hide from people. I have to be at my workout, I have to be at my run. um, so that's just a perfect opportunity to share the gospel with those people. And but yeah, I think uh just for me and my brothers and my parents, um since this is a sports podcast, that having that relationship with the Lord allows for not necessarily better performance on the field.
Hmm.
You're not going to perform better because you're a Christian, but having the ability to know that, um just having joy on the field, knowing that this isn't my everything, but I can give it my all,
Hmm.
because you don't have any fear of failing, or not being enough. So it allows you to just go out there and be yourself, really. And I think that's why I think that's why I've been able to succeed, is because every time I step on the field, I it's just me having fun.
Hmm.
It's not my goal in life. It's not, I have to be a Division I football player. It's something that the Lord's blessed me with, and since He's blessed me, I want to give it my all, and try to be the best player I can be,
Yeah.
uh, for His glory.
Yeah, absolutely. Creed, obviously we had to bring that up because obviously I know how big of a part it is in
Yeah,
you. Um, and I just think it's important to share that not only with those that you love, but also, I'm trying to, maybe give you a little bit of a platform for the viewers to,
yeah,
have somebody to look up to that, not only is a great athlete, but a good person
yeah,
who can really walk in his faith, and somebody
yeah,
that
hundred
just kind of
percent.
shows that lifestyle. And because there's a lot of people that can say that they walk in that life,
Mhm.
but teeter on the edge. And
Yeah,
it's important to see those people that are really walking in it, and succeeding in what they do, and just try to bring a big platform for you, as
yep,
hopefully this podcast continues to grow.
yeah,
um, but Creed, man, I really appreciate you joining me. I'm glad that we could give the listeners and viewers a little bit more insight on who you are,
yeah,
outside of just being a
yeah,
football player, because I mean, it's just as important as you being a football player is who you are off the field. And
yeah,
we'll
100%.
continue to try to give that platform to different athletes. So really appreciate you for joining me. You got any last words you want to say while you're on?
I had a great time. I appreciate you having me on. I hope, this podcast continues to grow, and I know you're gonna have great athletes come on. And, I think it's just a really cool, uh, podcast, because it's not, you get on some podcasts and all they do is talk about football, but, I think, there's plenty of players around the country that, have better personalities than they do football.
Hmm.
So I think it's cool to look, behind the scenes, and see what really goes on in college football players or college athletes' lives. So
Yeah. Hey, one more thing. I think this is important because only the people really close to you know this. Um, can you do it? It may be a secret that you're not able to share, but talk a little bit about this language that you and the family have. I mean, it's different, you know.
it's different. The host knows a little bit about it, obviously. I think it's just something that we grew up doing. I don't know how it started, but those are my guys, my brothers. So you got to have a little something that only y'all can share, and cousins, obviously, and um, yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we may have to start a dictionary with it. Try to
Yeah, yeah.
maybe let some more people in on it.
We've had people ask us that we got to write that down for us because we say it so much they don't even know what it means. So
I mean, we got
yeah,
we got
it's pretty
people
cool.
starting to get married into the family, and they're still struggling a
I
little.
know, I
So,
know. They don't even know
I mean,
what's going on.
we got a
Yeah,
wedding to go to here in a couple of weeks,
we do have a wedding.
and does Liba even know the entire language? I mean,
You
it's
know what? I'm not sure.
do we need to quiz her
Um,
before it's official? Make sure she knows.
I think it. Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. She's gonna have to get quizzed for sure.
I
We'll
think
sit down, a little man to man conversation with her,
yeah,
asking her if she knows what's going on.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh man, Creed, man, I really do appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for watching episode 2 Beyond the Campus Sports Podcast. Uh, joining me was Creed Whittemore, and hopefully we'll have a episode 2 guest lined up pretty quickly. Creed, you have any
Yep.
suggestions of who we should get on this thing?
Um, my first initial thought was Evan McPherson.
Yeah,
But I think Trent should be the next one
you
probably.
think Trent?
I think he should. Yeah,
All right, we'll
yeah.
we'll keep it in the
He's
family
going to
for
be
the
a good
first
one.
couple episodes, and then after that, we'll go beyond.
Yep, I think that should be it.
All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back with episode 2 next Monday. And joining me will be Trent Whittemore.